This message is for you. I know my silence has probably raised 1,000 questions in your heart. Maybe you've wondered why I've stepped back, why I've become distant, why I seem to disappear when all you ever did was offer me your love, your understanding, and your presence. Maybe you've spent nights trying to figure out what changed, replaying conversations in your mind, searching for answers that I never gave you. And if that's true, then I owe you honesty. The truth is, I never stayed distant because I stopped caring. I stayed distant because I cared more than I knew how to handle. There are feelings I have for you that run deeper than words. Feelings that challenge me, expose me, and force me to confront parts of myself that I've spent years avoiding. Being close to you has never been simple for me. It has always felt significant. It has always felt real. And sometimes, something real can be terrifying when you're not fully prepared for it. You see a version of me that I wish I could always be. You see strength when I feel weak. You see potential when I see unfinished work. You see someone worthy of love when I'm still trying to convince myself that I deserve it. That's why I stay distant. Not because I don't want you. Not because I don't think about you. Not because you've done something wrong. But because I know right now I still have a lot I need to focus on. There are battles inside me that no one can fight except me. There are wounds I need to heal, fears I need to overcome, habits I need to break, and goals I need to accomplish. There are responsibilities waiting for my attention and lessons that life keeps placing in front of me until I finally learn them. For a long time, I tried to ignore these things. I distracted myself. I ran from them. I convinced myself that I had more time. But life has a way of forcing us to face what we've been avoiding. And lately, I've realized that if I don't focus on becoming the man I'm meant to be, I'll continue carrying unfinished pieces of myself into every connection I have, including the one I share with you. You deserve more than half-healed love. You deserve more than inconsistency. You deserve more than promises made by someone who hasn't yet become capable of keeping them. You deserve a man who can stand beside you without constantly fighting his own shadows. And right now, I'm still working toward becoming that man. I know distance can feel like rejection. I know silence can feel like abandonment. I know it might seem unfair that I pull away while still holding feelings for you. Believe me, I've questioned myself too. I've asked myself if staying would be easier. I've asked myself if pretending everything is okay would make things less painful. But deep down, I know that temporary comfort isn't the same as genuine growth. If I stayed exactly as I am, without addressing the things that need my attention, would eventually disappoint both of us. And that's the last thing I want. Because when I think about you, I don't think about a temporary connection. I think about someone who changed me. Someone who made me look at life differently. Someone whose energy stays with me even during the quietest moments. Someone whose presence taught me lessons that no book, no mentor, and no experience ever could. You've touched parts of my soul that I didn't know existed. You've inspired me without even trying. You've reminded me of the kind of man I want to become, and maybe that's another reason this journey feels so important. Because loving you has shown me where I still need to grow, not because you're asking me to change, not because you're demanding perfection, but because your presence naturally inspires evolution. When I look at the future, I don't want to arrive there carrying the same excuses, fears, and limitations that hold me back today. I want to arrive stronger, wiser, more grounded, more disciplined, more capable, more certain of who I am. I want to build a life that reflects the dreams I've always talked about but haven't fully pursued. I want to become someone who creates stability instead of confusion, someone who offers peace instead of uncertainty, someone who doesn't run from love because he's afraid of his own vulnerabilities. I know that growth takes time. I know transformation isn't something that happens overnight. Some days I feel like I'm making progress. Other days I feel like I'm starting over. But no matter how difficult the journey becomes, I keep moving because I know what's at stake. This isn't just about me. It's about the future I'm trying to create. It's about becoming someone who can love from a place of wholeness instead of emptiness. Someone who can give instead of constantly needing. Someone who can stand firm when life becomes challenging, and through it all, I carry thoughts of you with me, not as a distraction, not as an escape, but as a reminder of what genuine connection feels like. A reminder of what matters, a reminder that some people enter our lives and leave permanent fingerprints on our hearts. You are one of those people. Even during the days when we're not speaking, even during the moments when it feels like we're worlds apart, even during the seasons when life pulls us in different directions, you remain important to me. You remain significant. You remain someone I care about deeply. I know I can't ask you to wait. I know I can't put your life on pause. While I figure mine out, that wouldn't be fair. You deserve happiness now. You deserve peace now. You deserve experiences, opportunities, and joy that have nothing to do with me. And if life leads you toward those things, I genuinely hope you embrace them, because caring about someone means wanting the best for them, even when you aren't standing beside them every day. But if there's one thing I hope you understand, it's this: my distance has never been a measure of my feelings. My distance has been a reflection of my journey, a journey toward becoming better, a journey toward healing, a journey toward growth, a journey toward becoming the version of myself that I've always known exists somewhere beneath the fears and doubts. And if one day our paths align again, I don't want to return as the same man who walked away. I want to return stronger. I want to return with clarity. I want to return with purpose. I want to return knowing that I faced my challenges instead of running from them. I want to return as someone who can fully appreciate what we have without allowing fear to interfere. Most importantly, I want to return better for you, not because you asked me to, not because you demanded it, but because some people inspire us to rise higher simply by existing. You are one of those people. So if you ever wonder why I stay distant, please remember this: it's not because I stopped caring. It's not because you weren't enough. It's not because our connection meant nothing. It's because what I feel is meaningful enough that I refuse to approach it carelessly, and until I become the man I know I'm capable of being, I'll continue doing the work that life is asking me to do, quietly, patiently, one step at a time, carrying gratitude for you in my heart, carrying respect for you in my thoughts, and carrying hope that someday you'll understand that my distance was never about leaving you behind. It was about finding myself so that if life ever gives us another chance, I can meet you as the man you always deserved.